Ed, so much of your theory in the book is so just deliciously counterintuitive to what we typically learn either in college or graduate school in corporate America. Saying I don't know, trusting one another, being vulnerable, recognizing the power of emotional intelligence. So how can an individual who's reading your book, or an entrepreneur who is in a standard environment in corporate America, put these things into practice even if they're not in a non-learning organization?
Right. Two perspectives, one from an individual perspective, and then if you're an entrepreneur and therefore you have 3-4 employees, or if you're a manager and you have 5-6 people on your team, you can create your own little mini team culture, or the entrepreneur can create her or his own little culture. And I think you have to prioritize. You can't work on everything at once. And so it depends on your circumstances. And I think the first thing you have to do is accept the science of learning. You have to be, it's almost like Alcohol Anonymous. I am a suboptimal learner. If I can't say that and accept that, we're all wasting our time. I got to accept the science. I'm a suboptimal learner. You know, cognitively, I'm a confirmation machine, and emotionally, I'm an affirmation machine. Now, how do I basically think better, and what do I want to work on? So I choose some things, all right? Do I want to work first on my listening? Do I want to work first on quieting my ego? Do I want to work first on my attention in being present, or some combination of them? And you sort of got to start at the foundation, because if you're not open-minded, you're not going to be a good critical thinker. If you're not open-minded, you're not going to be a good innovative thinker. If I'm not open-minded, it's going to be hard to emotionally engage because I won't be so full of myself. I tend to believe the foundational starting block, or starting block in the building block, is humility in quieting one's ego. So you need a new definition of being smart. No longer is it how much I know, or knowing more than you know. Being smart is being good at not knowing. Being good at not knowing, and knowing how to learn.
Wow.
So do I know what I don't know, and how do I learn what I don't know? Well, first of all, I have to be open, okay? I can't be so rigid, fixed, sure of myself, okay? Because the magnitude, all of us, even if you're a Nobel Prize winner, the magnitude of what you don't know far exceeds what you do know. And I need a new definition of being smart, and I need to redefine it back to being smart is being good at not knowing and knowing how to learn, and therefore I got to decouple my ego from what are my beliefs. Everything not my values, everything I believe about how the world works is conditional, subject to change with better evidence. And how do I continually be open to that better evidence? Then I start out with some real self-questions. I start paying attention to how do I think. Okay, when do I need to think deeply? Okay, and I need to start asking myself, why do I believe that? What is that based on? Is that credible? Okay, what would make my belief wrong? Have I checked out whether that is out there? And you find out real soon it's hard to do this yourself. Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman, great behavioral economist, basically said it's very hard for people to critique their own thinking. Or putting another way, it's much easier for me to critique your thinking than it is for me to critique mine, okay? Right. And if you think about it, most learning comes from either having those conversations with yourself or conversations with others. So you got to accept the fact that it's going to be hard for me to do it by myself, so I need a trusted another. And you have to find that trusted another in team. And if you can get your small team that you're working with at work to do it, so long as you have a protected environment, okay, and you have trust, can you improve even though the big company is still out of touch with what we're talking about? Yes. But ultimately, you have to be in a position where you can flourish, and everyone has the decision, how do I find the right environment which helps me be all I can be?